So you might only got like 5-10 hours a week. Treat those 5-10 hours as sacred. Treat that little side hustle budget as sacred and put it all into whatever Death Star laser you have following these tips that you can hit that 1,000 subscriber goal, 10,000, 100,000.
All right, Sean, I'm excited to hear your 5 tips for people if you were starting from scratch, from 0 subscribers today, because you've been on YouTube for a long time. I mean, you've been creating content for almost 2 decades. You've been on YouTube for 10 years and you've been crushing it. Also helping entrepreneurs, businesses, as well as people like myself, legit YouTubers. So if you, after starting all these channels or starting all over, what are the 5 things that you would focus on today as a beginner with 0 subscribers?
The first tip actually kind of is before you even get started, I would encourage people, you got to just start messy. You know, you actually really have to start before you're ready. I found that before you get tactical, you have to kind of get past yourself and just punch fear in the face, punch perfectionism in the face, and press record. You may not even have the tip number 1 is clarity. You might not have clarity yet, but I'd encourage you to start anyways. You learn by doing. You know, you have a couple mistakes first before you start to get results. So just start, assuming you already kind of have that courage. You already have maybe a few videos out or you've committed to this process. Yeah, the first tip would be clarity. And I would say this, if I was starting over, I would choose a clear, proven, and profitable niche. So what I mean by that is that I would want a really clear niche. I'd want a proven niche, one that is known to have an audience, and then one that could be profitable because I believe you need money for the mission. So personally, I would actually, one example of a channel I'd start if I started all over would be based on like biohacking and neurotropics, which this is kind of the connection of something I'm passionate about, something that there's a lot of profitable products in, something that I research. So I'd encourage people, ask yourself, what do you research? What are you continuously curious about? What do you spend your money on? What do you geek out about? And so I follow kind of the biohacking, Dave Asprey, bulletproof coffee, neurotropics are like these different, not really brain drugs, but brain vitamins to try to optimize your focus and all those types of things. And so that's actually something I geek out on. And so I'd be choosing a niche that's not only solid, there's a good base of people that are interested in that, and that's a proven kind of, if you will, market, but it also has a bright future. People are getting more and more into it. So instead of choosing a niche, say about like typewriters, those are not on the way in, those are on the way out or they're already gone. You want to kind of get in front of a wave. And so biohacking and neurotropics just continue to grow. So that's kind of an example of what I would do if I was starting from scratch.
Yeah, that's great advice, because one of the #1 mistakes people make is they're all over the place, right? No clarity because they're starting multiple channels and they don't even know how they're going to make money. So that's a great way to start your channel off because it's going to help you with everything else. So take us into your second tip.
Yeah, if clarity is the first tip, then consistency would be the second tip. And I would commit to posting 1 video a week. Now, if I'm starting from scratch, maybe, you know, I'm wondering, how much time do I have? Do I have a full-time job? Do I have 13 kids? Like, what do I actually have? Like, what are my resources? But assuming that I have to do this on the side as a side hustle, I'm going to find a way to get at least 1 video per week done. And I'm going to focus on content value, not production value. And what I mean is one of the biggest things that honestly we think is a limitation to us creating content, but a lot of times I've seen that it's an excuse of us hiding behind fear is, oh, I don't have the right camera yet. I don't have the right lighting yet. Dude, you just need a smartphone. Like, I would just keep it as simple as possible and I would focus on the content value. If you think about it, using my neurotropics biohacking channel, what people are interested in are my experience with testing 2 different neurotropics for a month and which one I liked better, the research I've done, the information I've done. If they can kind of see me, hear me, and I sound all right, then that is all I'm going to need. I'm going to focus on the content value, not so much the production value, especially at first. And then I would get feedback. This is a big one. So as I'm posting 1 video a week, not only am I listening to comments, not only am I paying attention to which videos get views and whatnot, I am going to ask people what they think about my content, if it could get better, whether that means I get into like an online course, a coaching group, a Facebook group, my neighbors, somebody else in the community. I'm going to try to get real humans to give me, and I need to tell them that I'm open to constructive criticism, because when you're just starting, you don't want to create in isolation. You want to get honest feedback on your videos so you can make them better and really dial in the content of the channel.
Yeah, it doesn't get more simple than that. 1 video per week, 52 videos a year. That's your goal. And I love the whole feedback thing. You know, even like we have the VI members club here on Video Influencers. I think that's a great resource to get feedback from other content creators, including us. So great tip. Let's go ahead and get into tip number 3.
Yeah, third, if I'm starting from scratch as a beginner, trying to grow in today's YouTube landscape, I am still going to focus on search-based content. And this is actually stacked on top of the choice of niche which I chose. And so again, I chose neurotropics. There's definitely interest. You know, you don't need to be afraid of competition. Competition's a good thing. It proves that there's interest in the topic. So people that are Tim Ferriss fans and Jocko Willink fans and Joe Rogan fans and podcasts about neurotropics and biohacking and how to hack sleep and fitness, there's already a market that's into that kind of content. So I'm just jumping in on really an ongoing conversation with my new YouTube channel, but I'm going to focus on search-based content. And the 2 videos I would really start with is actually product reviews and versus videos. And so even for me, again, I've already been doing this. I bought the Focus Factor brain supplements from Costco, read reviews on them, didn't really feel anything from them, learned that they were terrible. So I go to the YouTube search bar, I type in Focus Factor versus, and then there's other neurotropics. I've tried Brennan Burchard's high performance stuff. You've got like Alpha Brain on its stuff happen. You have Qualia's, however you pronounce it, different neurotropics. People are searching for those, like thousands or hundreds a month. And those searches are connected to a way of making money. Because if I'm searching for the, you know, which one's better, I'm probably going to make a decision at the end of that video if a really good video of information is presented. And so I'm focusing on search-based content. People don't know Sean Cannell yet. They don't know my neurotropic channel yet, but they do know they're looking for a specific product. So that's a product review. They do know they're looking for a specific versus video, this product versus that product. They do know they're looking for maybe even early, I might start touching on like 5 ways to improve your sleep. And then maybe you're talking about some supplements, you're talking about some habits. I'm going to focus on search-based content. Google revealed that 65% of people go to YouTube looking to answer a specific question. So those are going to be the first few videos I make for sure.
Yeah, people forget. They don't often care who's saying it. They care about what they're saying. And that's why YouTube is a utility. People use it to search for content. So great tip. All right, so let's move on to tip number 4. What would you say you would focus on if you're first starting out with 0 subscribers on YouTube?
Yeah, so since this is kind of like my personal YouTube playbook after a decade of experience, branding this neurotropic biohacking channel, I am going to focus on a wide channel brand, but then I'm going to have niche videos. And so here's what this looks like for me. I would not include neurotropics in the channel name because, again, these neurotropics are, again, different products, different drinks and pills and different things that you can take. But it could eventually limit me later. I think it is powerful to niche down, but I also think you could almost become too niche. So what the opportunity is to have a wider channel name. So I wouldn't call it like Neurotropolis, or some kind of channel. I might just call it like, Modern Health. And I definitely do some like research on maybe a good name or maybe even personally, brand it. But I would want like a wide enough alternative health brand, but yet I would focus on niche videos. So I think this is the real opportunity. I would really get known for talking all about neurotropics at first, maybe like 100 videos, all about that. But then eventually having a vision, and I love the tip you share a lot of times, start with the end in mind, think about your goals. I would want to maybe grow the channel because once I got 5, 10, 15, 20,000 subscribers, and the channel has grown, I would then maybe reach out and start interviewing authors, doctors, biohackers, scientists, because that's still going to be on brand for the channel name. Even if it started with niche videos, I want a wide enough brand to expand out to. At this point, after a little bit of momentum's happening, I'm going to focus on collabs with other alternative health people. Again, I want to brand, if you will, a playground or a sandbox where there is guardrails to what I can talk about, but I have enough of an alternative health kind of branded channel where neurotropics could be heavy in there, but I also could bring on a sleep expert. I could talk to an author, talk to somebody else about natural foods that can help, like all kinds of different things that audience would be interested in. Because here's, I think, the power tip, Benji, is I'm really making a channel I would want to watch. This is for me. Again, what are you curious about? What do you research? And I'm looking for information about neurotropics. If somebody's like, you know, got some new brain science on some whatever else, this is the kind of stuff I want to watch. But I want to bring my unique voice to it. And also, you know, again, proven and profitable niche, lots of different ways that you can monetize this type of a channel. So again, wide channel brand, but I would start and build my influence by creating specific niche or niche videos.
That's such great advice. And oftentimes niching down has a risk of pigeonholing yourself, right? Limiting yourself. But would you say that in the midst of putting up those first 100 niche videos, you would still outro your videos as that like overarching niche? So that's a broader like channel topic?
I would if I had the clarity that I potentially do now and I already knew what it was all about. But on the flip side, you know, in the beginning, again, it goes back to just start messy. It just goes back to just grow, get some growth going, get some videos out there, get some subscribers going. Because the other thing that's interesting is, again, once you hit 5,000 subs or 1,000, once you hit 10,000, your opportunities start to shift. Now you actually can bring on probably some celebrity guests because they go, oh, wow, like this is a focused audience of people interested in biohacking. Dave Asprey, who's one of the big guys who, you know, kind of made Bulletproof Coffee popular and whatnot, he'll be like, he comes out with a new book. Of course he wants to come on your show. And so maybe later I even dial in branding and slogans and taglines. Early on, it's just about niche videos. It's just about like this product versus that product and someone being like, wow, this channel seems valuable, and they click subscribe. You can optimize over time. You got to take massive, messy action when you're just starting. And so that's what I would do.
Awesome. So we have clarity in your channel and your niche, 1 video per week, search-based content when you're first starting out, and wide channel brand, niche videos. Hit us with tip number 5 if you're just starting from 0.
Finally, I would take these first 4 strategies and apply my 5th tip, and that is extreme focus. And Benji, this is what I've learned, again, if I would have done things differently. I've got over 125 million video views, you know, between a couple of our channels, over 2 million subscribers. Looking back, if I would start all over again, I could have gone faster if I was more disciplined, less distracted, and more focused. And so if you really want to grow from 0 subscribers and hit that target of 1,000 or 10,000, I'm going to get focused with my time. That means like, am I taking this seriously? Do I really want to grow this YouTube channel? Look, if it's just a hobby, cool. But like, if you really want to get results, you got to focus. So I'd focus my time. I'd be disciplined. When am I creating content? When am I going to shoot these videos? How am I going to stay consistent with 1 video a week? Focus with my money. I would be thinking about, okay, I'm not trying to put the stresses of debt or, you know, spending frivolously. I'm investing my money because money can help me grow the channel faster. Not that you need to put a lot of money into it, but like the more money you put into it, the better. Like as I can upgrade things, as I can buy a plane ticket or go to a conference or go network with people or like donate to one of the people I want to interview's, you know, charity to show that I'm serious about really wanting to have them on the show. Like using money strategically. I would be focusing extremely, how am I using my energy to not just grow the channel, but learn more about my industry, the time I'm putting into the videos in terms of research. I'd be leveling up my skills, extreme focus on, okay, what do I need to get better at? I'm now building, I'm assuming, on 10 years of experience. But for those watching, maybe this is just your first couple of videos. Like, it's kind of like, if you only work out 1 day a month, you're not going to lose as much weight or gain as much muscle as you would if you worked out 5 days a week, or even 3 days a week, or even 7 days a week, like whatever. So extreme focus would be really compounding massive energy and focusing on this one thing, learning skills, getting courses, getting training, going to events, whatever it is. And then the biggest one is I would not do 5 side hustles all at once. Like I'd rally all my resources around one thing. And this is coming from me. I know, like, even over the years, like even I've learned a lot from this Video Influencers project. I've had my Sean Cannell channel. I've had, while we're doing Video Influencers, I'm also doing Think Media, and I'm also like wanting to write an ebook, and I'm also like, I've got a full-time job, and I've also got freelance clients. And that was just part of the scrappy hustle. But as I look back, I would have been more streamlined. I believe you could eventually do everything that you want, just not all at once. And too many people this goes into social media. I would not focus on all the other social media platforms. I would focus on YouTube. Use the social media maybe to promote the videos and grow the channel, but like put all of your energy. It's kind of like Star Wars, like the Death Star. Giant orb planet-like contraption that gets all this energy going to focus it in one laser that can blow up planets. And if you want to blow up your channel with that Death Star laser, rally all your time, energy, mental focus, in addition to family and kids and whatever else. So you might only got like 5-10 hours a week. Then treat those 5-10 hours as sacred. Treat that little side hustle budget as sacred and put it all into whatever Death Star laser you have and focus that on growing your channel. And I really believe if you do that in a proven and profitable niche following these tips, that you can hit that 1,000 subscriber goal, 10,000, 100,000, and whatever your ambitions are.
Want a copy of YouTube Secrets audiobook for free? Right now, when you sign up for a free 30-day trial of Audible, you can also get a complimentary copy of the #1 best-selling YouTube strategy book in the world. Download your copy today at tubesecretsaudio.com.